Hello and welcome to the TES Secondary Maths Resource of the Week number 34 with me, Craig Barton. Now, it's that time of the year when my Year 11 class are pretty much focused on preparing for their GCSEs. And I've taught them all the topics, so everything we do in class is essentially revision, and I'm always on the lookout for different ways of doing it. And one of the topics my Year 11s always request that we look over again is histograms. And we've pretty much done every single exam question on histograms. We've done worksheets, we've constructed histograms from tables, we've done tables from histograms, every which way possible. But yet still they feel they need a little bit extra practice on it. And I was really racking my brains thinking, what can we do that's different? And then I remembered this resource that I'd used several years ago now, created by the wonderful Jonny Griffiths from his Making Statistics Vital collection. And I thought, yeah, it's time to wheel this one out again. And it went down an absolute storm, so I thought I'd share it with you in this Resource of the Week series. So there it is, histogram activity, understanding frequency density. As I say, it's been uploaded by Jonny Griffiths, the man behind the wonderful RISPs activities, and I'll show you how to get hold of some of his other excellent resources later on in this video. But here's the activity. Task and answers and a link to the website that's with it. I'll show you the task first, and it looks like this. The students are given 3 blank grids, kind of sets of axes, and 3 tables, and you'll notice these tables are partially filled in. And what they're also given, if I just scroll down to the second page, is this, a rectangle that's made up of 10 other rectangles that have been cut out of it. And the job for the students is to cut out this rectangle to get the 10 pieces, and they've got to use those 10 pieces to construct 3 histograms and fill in the table. And it's absolutely brilliant because not only does it consolidate and even extend, and will definitely extend in fact, students' knowledge of histograms, there's also all the other GCSE higher data classics in there as well. So you've got cumulative frequency flying around. Obviously you're going to need midpoint in there. Sorry, obviously you're going to need class width, but you've got midpoint in there. You've got frequency times midpoint, because the calculating the estimated mean from group data is going to come into play as well. And once you've finished all that, and once they've actually built up the histogram, you can also start to talk about how they can estimate median, and even do a little bit on skewness if you want. So it literally is all your GCSE higher data boxed off in one activity. Now it's brilliant this, because there's no straightforward easy way to do it, and students are forced to discuss and try things and work backwards from the mean, and if they know the cumulative frequency, does that guarantee they know the frequency, and all that kind of stuff. And it really is a wonderful activity. I just thought I'd give you a few little tips, having ran it with a few classes now over the last few years. I do find that students make some initial progress, most noticeably with this bottom table, but then they tend to get stuck quite quickly, and if you've got the kind of students who can kind of switch off if they're stuck, you can be in for a bit of trouble. So I tend to arm my students with a couple of counters, so each group gets a couple of counters, and those counters can be exchanged for hints from me. And I'll have the completed answers with me, and just be ready just to drip feed some hints, saying to them which direction they might want to go, or which is the next easiest square to work out, and all that kind of stuff. And my other tip is that if students think they can complete all the tables and then put the parts of the rectangles in for the histogram, then they're going to be mistaken. They actually need to start fitting some of these in as and when they start to fill out complete rows of the tables, because the remaining pieces help them deduce what some of the rest of the table must be. So you can see it's a real puzzle, and it's an absolutely brilliant activity. And as I say, getting the kids at the end of it to perhaps construct a cumulative frequency diagram and maybe a box plot to estimate the median from it, and then talk about what skewness means, is brilliant. Now, Jonny produces his own answers with it as well, which is absolutely fantastic. But I just wanted to show you an image of one of my Year 11s created, and as I say, they were absolutely loving going through it. Absolutely brilliant activity. Oh, I should say as well, I also got this enlarged to A3 size, as I found that was a bit easier for the kids to manage with the rectangles and the cutting up. But that's completely up to you. So there's that wonderful activity, but it gets a little bit better than that, because a wonderful TES user has also created a simpler version that just focuses on the histogram element, so it doesn't do the cumulative frequency and the mean. And this has been an incredibly popular resource here, and it's been uploaded by Mackie. And there it is here. It's a Word document that's absolutely ideal as well. So feel free to use that one, and that's got some nice bright colourful rectangles involved. And as I said, I've been a fan of Jonny Griffiths for absolutely years now. and he's got some wonderful resources out there. I once spent, well, when was it? 2011. I spent quite an enjoyable time putting together his collections of resources and uploading them to TES, and there's all his statistics ones there, and I'll put a link to that on the Resource of the Week page for you as well. So there it is, a wonderful activity that's absolutely ideal for your higher level GCSE students coming up to revise for the GCSE, and also one that's worth wheeling out for your AS students if they're doing the Statistics 1 module as well. Anyway, hope that was useful to you. If you use the resource, why not hop back onto the Resource of the Week page and just share how it went, and perhaps even just to pass on a bit of thanks to Jonny for creating this resource. And I shall return with a fresh Resource of the Week next week. Take care, and bye for now.